I'm sorry, I know we appreciate you filling in on such short notice, but right now we're really gonna have to bring back the person who was originally in your role because she's better now. And I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. So
I'm back.
Jen's back, yeah.
Kind of. I'm back. So I'm so happy to be back, and I'm so excited to participate again.
You're supposed to thank the Pheasant for filling in for you.
Yes, where is he? He's here. He did an excellent job. I know you all agreed. He filled my space very well. But a few of you said he looked a little judgmental, and that's something I am not.
He does tend to look down on me from my shoulders.
So anyway, I do appreciate all of your prayers, and I was home. I'm still semi at home, recovering from back injury and some things going on with my back. I'm in physical therapy, but it made my day to read like hundreds of comments from people that said you missed me, or you're praying for me. You hope I get better soon. I definitely feel your prayers, and I feel like I'm on the road to recovery. It's just going to be a journey. It's not a quick fix, but a journey. So, and a lot of you are on that same journey with your back, and you have different issues going on. And so, if you drop in the comments, if you ever ask us to pray for you, we do. We tell you we do, and we really do. We don't just say, oh, we'll pray for you, and then don't. We do pray for you.
Yeah, back pain especially is one of those things that we feel ourselves, and we feel for you when you have it. So,
yes,
we are right there with you.
Mm-hmm. So, on the video today, you are going to make a centerpiece, tabletop piece to match the Pheasant Hill tree from last week, correct?
Well, kind of. The goal, we're going to make two different versions in this oval container. One's going to be to match Pheasant Hill, and one's going to be fall that goes kind of a different direction as far as colors. So Pheasant Hill is kind of our Christmas theme that goes a little bit towards fall colors, and we're going to do a fall thing that's a little bit different than normal fall colors. So,
okay, great. So to find all of this, look in the description box. I'll have a link for you to follow. If you follow that link, you're going to find all the products that David used in the video today at davidchristopher's.com. We sell wholesale and retail. If you're new to our channel and you're not familiar with who we are, that's what we do. We have a wholesale store and a retail store located in Sheffield, Alabama.
So this is actually a container that we sell. It actually comes as a set of two, but you can buy small or large, whichever you prefer. It's got the little wooden handles on the side, and we're going to do two different variations, one a little bit smaller and one a little bit larger for our video today. The first thing I have done is I have already filled our container with styrofoam and sheet moss. So we're going to use a variety of different things. Actually, some of these are items that we used in our Pheasant Hill theme, and they're just in different colors. This is going to be a little more pale. It's going to be less. Usually for fall, it's more oranges and yellows and things like that. Rusty reds, and we're going to do fall with kind of some cream colors, a little bit of sage green, a little bit of brown. We're going to be using our leaf spray. I think this is our 40-inch leaf spray. It's kind of a medium shade of green. And I'm going to cut this up because I just want to give a nice little base of some green foliage that trails over the ends. And one more piece. And keep in mind when you do this not to make everything extremely symmetrical. We don't want, one going out this way, one going out this way, one going to this the front, one going to the back. We want to keep it a little looser so that we have some variety in how everything is done in the container. So some need to be a little bit taller, some need to be a little bit lower. You can bend some, down onto the table. now I'm going to use one of my favorite new items. This is our Warm Harvest Maple Leaf Spray in brown. And I like this color on this maple leaf spray. It's got a lot of brown and some green, and it's not extremely bright. It works great for a lot of the farmhouse styles, or if you've got a lot of cream colors that you want something to appear more fall. This is a great piece to use, and it's a really well-priced piece. We're going to layer some of these around the outside edges. Again, remember that some of these can be longer than others. You don't have to make them all the same length, all the same distance, nothing like that. So I've got a couple of long ones that may hang over a little bit further, and I've got some shorter ones. But really we're just building a layer kind of around the top of our container right now. Are we still going? I don't know what's happening. Okay. This is wild grass foliage in green. This is a beautiful sage green color that's got a little bit of brown tipping. It's got some lighter coloration in it, and that's going to blend our greens very well with our browns, which is kind of what our maple leaf is doing. And so we're going to use this just to add a little bit more coloration. And give us a little different texture. Now you'll notice that I'm keeping my center free of stems at the moment, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. Right now we're going to add some dried baby's breath spray in rust, and we're going to cut this up. It's got some nice thin stems that I can use, and that's going to keep this really wispy and wild and blend some of that color that's in our maple leaf spray along with our baby's breath. So we've got a couple of different shades of green, we've got a couple of different shades of brown, and that really works to blend everything together. Now we're going to use our Harvest Meadows sunflower spray. This is the cream version. This is a very good size of sunflower to me to use, because sometimes we have the giant sunflowers. I like those for certain things, but really for most people it's easier to use one that's a little bit smaller in your grapevine wreaths or in your arrangements. So we're going to continue kind of going around this with our sunflowers. Again, like we're going to let some of these go a little higher, some a little lower, but I think it's all going to make sense at the end. I'm actually getting a little bit shorter with my sunflowers than I was with the other stems. I'm going really close in toward the container. Some a little further out, but some closer in. Put several of these in here.
So you should show people. I can see this a little bit on camera, but turn your back like right here, and you've got this dirt on your back. Tell everyone why you have dirt on your shirt this morning.
I may or may not have been crawling through the ductwork at the retail store trying to fix the air conditioner.
So, when you have your own small business,
It has
it's not
some
glamorous.
unique challenges.
Yeah, it's not glamorous. So I just took a little small break to help clean your shirt off. In case anybody saw that and was wondering
It's
what's on David's shirt.
The air conditioner hat works, but its drip pan is leaking, and instead of trying to spend the money to replace the entire thing, which you can't afford at the moment because it's the summer, I'm trying to fix it myself. So.
Just a little dirt.
Yeah.
A lot of people always ask in these videos, especially if they haven't watched this before, about our glue. We do sell the glue that's melted in the electric skillet on our website. We sell, I can't remember the pound size that we sell.
I want to say it's 1 pound.
Yeah, like 1 pound bags. David melts like how many pounds at a time?
I usually melt 2 or 3, 4 or 5, just depends. This is probably 2 in my pan right now.
Yeah, so we buy large bags of the glue.
We buy like 50-pound bottles.
Yeah. And so the electric skillet is just one that you probably picked up at a local chain store.
Yeah, I get the cheap ones and then they die, and I go to another cheap one because I can't find really good ones.
Yep. So we usually get that question. Just thought I would answer that for you.
Okay, now for the reason we left this hole in our container, we're gonna place our pumpkin on top. So this is a metal pumpkin that's got kind of a cream rust thing going on, and we're gonna use it as kind of our focal point for this arrangement, and that will allow me to just fill in a few little places around. Because I want a little bit of our arrangement to grow up around the pumpkin, not just be completely flat. And that gives it a lot more character. This is a great piece to me for a dining room table or a foyer arrangement. You know, something where you're really going to see both sides of the piece. And with this in the middle, you can always have the option to alternate, change this out. You could add something a little bit different, but that gives you options. I'm telling you, this is not your style. You're going to be in a different arrangement later. Trust me, I will get you some airtime. I know you filled in for Jen. Alright, so we have our large metal pumpkin in the arrangement, but there, like I said, there's lots of options. So we can always remove our metal pumpkin. We could throw some of our woven jute pumpkins into our arrangement. These are my samples, so they have massive tags. Sorry about that. Took them back behind the pumpkins. Or, you know, I've got burlap color. We've got the cream color, which I think works really, really well with our sunflowers. And then there's, you know, if you had a turkey, we could always place a little turkey like he's nesting in there. You know, this is probably one you don't want to eat because he's a little too small for that. He should be spared for the season. But you always have lots of options. We could just mound a lot of different hydrangeas in here. So just keep that in mind. You can do an arrangement that has a focal point that's not necessarily flowers. Are you holding up okay?
I'm holding up okay. Yeah. I have some restrictions with my doctor, so I'm not supposed to sit or stand for longer than 30 minutes at a time. So, but I'm making it. I just have to kind of listen to my body and have stretches I have to do every hour.
You could dip your finger in the glue pen to take your mind off your back pain.
Sure, I'll do that to take my mind off the pain. But I have hope I'm going to get better. Just got to take some time and be patient. I'm not very patient, so this is teaching me some patience. But I have lots of opportunities to learn patience, so should be grateful for that. We're moving on to the second arrangement, and this one is, tell us about it. It's more using the things from the Pheasant Hill tree.
Right, this is going to be more coordinating with our Pheasant Hill tree. Similar, we may add a little bit more orange into it. We may do it a little bit different, but it's supposed to work and coordinate with that.
Great.
So that we get our pheasant into an arrangement. He'll be mad at me.
Y'all have bonded. I feel like
we
bonded with an inanimate object.
Well, yeah, I'm not a people person.
And David did such a fantastic job on the last video. I gave him a few little tips and tricks, but he pulled it off. But when he got home, he was so exhausted from trying to be a one-man, one-bird show.
These, the words that come out of my mouth during the videos are all the words I'm allowed to speak during the day. So that's all that's all that I want to say. I don't have, you know, they say women have like 60,000 words a day, men have 10,000. I have like 2,000. So when I'm done with this video, I won't talk for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm usually behind the scenes kind of probing him to say more. I'm like, David, tell him what you're doing. Tell him what you're using. No,
they saw it.
No abuse happens in the videos.
They saw it. This
on or off screen.
Buy this. This is my version of selling. Buy some of this. So I'll show you how to use it. Okay, so similar to the last arrangement, we may make this one stick out a little bit longer, just give you a little different variety. I'm going to use this yellow eucalyptus stem. It's kind of a golden yellow ochre kind of color. And we're going to go toward the middle. Maybe let it hang over. And I'm going to cut this one up a little bit more. Just fill in some of the other space. This is a new eucalyptus branch for us. It's a faux preserved silver dollar eucalyptus. But one thing I really like about it is it's screen printed with these veins and the coloration on it, so it looks like it's preserved, but it's double-sided. A lot of times when they make stems, it's just one-sided. So I'm very happy to have some that are double-sided and you don't have that side that's the pale back on it. Now to our wild grass spray in orange, kind of a burnt orange color. And we're going to do similar to what we did on the last arrangement. We're going to fill this in. I am extending just a little bit longer on the sides than I probably did on the last one. Give it a little different shape so they're not exactly the same because I'll be bored. Now we're going to add some of that teal color by using our cone hydrangea by 3. now we're going to use our Southern Berry Bloom Spray, which is similar to a bittersweet. One thing that I really like about this is I'll use some of these things outside because this berry is actually solid molded plastic. So even if it came and was cut in half, it would be that color underneath that. So that's one of those where you don't have to worry about the white showing through. And there are a few of those are just molded plastic. Some of the berries are styrofoam and they're just covered in a color. But this is a good one for outdoor because it won't have that other color showing through. Next, I'm going to use one of our forest pine honeycomb picks because I want to keep a little bit of the evergreen in there to go with our Pheasant Hill theme. So I'm going to rip this apart. Maybe I'll just cut it apart. Doesn't want to go apart. Now give me some small pieces to use. Try to do this where you can see it. The other side. Now, as you can see, I'm starting to fill up the middle a little bit more than I did on our previous arrangement because we're going to be adding this guy to our arrangement. So we need a little bit more cover there because he has feet on him, and we need to cover some of that space up as opposed to the pumpkin that really fills just about everything in that space. Okay, now it's your turn. Told you were gonna get some airtime. You're gonna get some airtime. Gently place our pheasant friend. And I'm really just gonna go kind of in between my pine cones that are wedged in here pretty good. And his legs will pretty much support him. So he's in there pretty secure. Earthquake, sorry.
I think there's room enough for the both of us.
Well, he's in an arrangement now, so.
In your video.
Maybe it's last video.
It probably is. You probably won't see this pheasant or his brother or sister. I'm not sure how you tell if it's a male or female pheasant. But, so unless you order them for your own home, you may not see them again in another video. But I hope you've enjoyed them. And remember, everything you see in our video can be found at davidchristopher's.com. Again, thank you all for being so amazing, for all of your kindness and support. You really make us smile and keep us encouraged, and we will see you next time.
Wave.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.